Firefist.
Yeah.
You probably switch it over.
I did. I just did.
Am I getting a delay on my end?
It might be. I think the
Shouldn't.
YouTube has.
It does. But...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There it goes. Alrighty. Welcome, everyone, to episode 37 of Heralds of the Titans. On the last week, the Menagerie, or what was left of the Menagerie, emerged from the Shadowfell and began to head towards Belltown. A event occurred in which shaking seemed to shake the very foundations of the earth itself, and immediately they noticed that Eric had disappeared, but as they have found out through other sources, it seems that the very eternal dream itself has been sealed off, and all Feykin, all Fey creatures have been, all dreamers, let me phrase this correctly, all dreamers, which are the eternal dream, Fey that are in the eternal dream, but are able to manifest a body within the material realm, have disappeared. Fey still exist within the realm, just not ones that were dreamers. They did get into Belltown. They were talking to the tavern keeper a little bit, getting some information on that, securing a room. They found out that the city has come under the control of an individual by the name of the Baron. They did not get a specific name for him yet. They have not met him yet, but they do know that he has taken over the city and that he is an agent of Lord Kamiku from Kamicus. As that was going on, they heard a void rift open up, and shadow beasts began to pour out of it, and emerged two heroes, accompanied by Volcanus, through different portals, and that was Sig and Giba, who, over the course of the year that the Menagerie had missed while they were in the Shadowfell, they became essentially the champions of the Titans during this particular period of time. They had worked together in some capacity before, not regularly, but both were essentially given direction from their Titans to work with the Menagerie, specifically, to join the Menagerie, specifically with Markus and Lok'neda. Meanwhile, Gear was sent on another mission by Argrius to attempt to begin disrupting the barrier around Lasharva. After they had all kind of grouped together, Markus and Lok'neda believed that it was a good idea to show the two new members the tavern and to get them acquainted with some of the things that they had going on during their tenure, and brought them into the tavern to try and gather some more information, as well as doing some team bonding exercises, including getting the turtle absolutely destroyed, as he challenged Markus, who can't get drunk, period, at all whatsoever, to a drinking game. He was always destined to lose, but pride cometh before the fall. The party went to bed shortly thereafter and rested within the tavern. However, in the final moments of this day, there was a specific character that wanted to take a specific action, which I said that would happen at the beginning of this episode. And that particular character was Lok'neda, who said that he wanted to pull out the ether and peer through the hourglass and glean some information. And so that is where we will pick up today's episode. And Lok'neda, you have the floor.
Probably at a bad time. I was eating something. Anyways, so I kind of I walk into the room, and as I'm walking into the room, I look around a little bit, and then I lock the door behind me.
This is going to be, for the most part, by the way, just theater of the mind, by the way, so you don't have to like worry about the camera angle right now. Okay. So you lock the door behind you.
Yeah, I locked the door behind me. You know, I'm getting ready for bed, and I think maybe I was like, all right, I'm gonna see exactly what happened. So I pull out the ether and I try to figure out how these dials. I just want to look at it. I just want to look at the ether right now.
As you pull out the ether and look at the dials and stuff like that and take a very close look at it, you notice that the top has a device, which you understand from what you can see is how the actual how the entirety of the device that is the ether is controlled. 2 discs are on the top, with the centerpiece being what appears to be a viewing glass. The 2 discs at the very center of them, where they would overlap, don't overlap where one is over the other. They overlap in a way in which they both kind of meld into each other. On both sides of both of these discs, there are tiny windows scattered throughout the entirety of, basically over the entire radius of both discs. Different fragmentations that are all glass, and each have what appears to be very varying magnifications. On one side is the engraving, however, of a figure with many arms, and on the other, a visage of a laughing fox.
He takes a deep breath.
The center of it, from the viewing device that surrounds both discs, forms a gilded infinity symbol.
Oh, so my turn now? Okay.
Yes. Sorry. I was...
No, you're good. All right, let's see how this works. And he's going to take a deep breath, and he's going to want to kind of like peer into it, but he also wants to see if he could try shifting the disc a little to like change him up a little bit.
Okay. As you peer into it, there's not an immediate image that jumps out to you. You catch very quick glimpses of images, but nothing actually like distinguishable. Which disc are you turning?
I'm gonna start off with the many arms.
Okay, so you are turning the order side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Images change, but it doesn't specifically seem to get any clearer. Certain images, certain parts come into clarity, but not enough to distinguish the entirety of the picture you are looking at.
Okay. I want to try turning it a little more.
The order side?
Yep.
Like I said, certain parts become clear, but not the whole image itself.
All right. Then I want to try turning the chaos side.
As you move your hand to reach over to the chaos side, your hand brushes against another.
What the?
As you look up, a female stands before you. Nilixis. As you see her turning this dial, click, 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 click. It's really a shame that nobody taught you how to use this at all.
And I'm guessing you know how to?
In part. I know how to use it, but I can only control one half of it. There is limitations to my powers.
Well, I figured I'd just give this a shot to see what happens.
And you know what happened the last time you did that, of course. It is quite irresponsible of them to simply hand such a powerful artifact to someone and not give them any direction whatsoever. What you have in your hands can literally shape entire worlds. One of the most powerful artifacts that are out there. It combines his power and mine. And he entrusted it with a mortal.
Guessing you don't like his decision-making skills.
I suppose it's better than falling into the hands of Zithram.
That's
All
one
of
thing
my work would have been for naught. What is it that you seek to see?
just past events from the last year. That's it. That's all.
It is in part guided by emotion. Adjust both until you feel a sense of belonging, a sense of home. At least that works when you're trying to find your own mirror. If you're trying to find another, it's a bit more complicated than that. From there, minor adjustments, the inner circles and whatnot are better for finer tune. And you see, like, as she's twisting the one, as she's twisting the chaos side, she moves her fingers in and begins twisting an inner part of it. You'll need to do the same on the chaos side for us to get a clear picture. On the order side. As I said, I can't touch that side.
Oh, why do I have a bad feeling about this? He says that in his head. And then he's gonna try do
There's a slight smile on her face.
I'm guessing this is your...
Not
This is
nearly as wide as usual.
What is going on, computer? Thank you. I'm gonna kind of like look and see kind of like how she's doing it, and then I'm gonna try the copy.
As you're turning it, you do feel a connection at some point that feels like the home connection. And as you shift your fingers on to the inner parts of the inner circle on the opposite side, that feeling becomes stronger. And eventually, she stops, and eventually you do as well, and an image appears before. Now, another part that I won't be able to do. It will require a bit of magic. Channel your energy into it, and think of what it is you wish to see. And the Eater will reveal exactly that to you. But remember, the Eater does not show the pathways, only the destination.
And that's all I need.
Good.
I guess thank you for helping out.
My pleasure. But I'm here for a purpose as well.
Oh, I know. Oh, don't worry, I know.
We have a common enemy.
We do.
Over
I
the
hate-
course of this year, something has been meddling, changing things from what it should be. And it threatens to undo everything Zaragoza and I have been working on in mending the mirror realm. Someone who is using the Eater carelessly. And for once, not you.
Oh, trust me, I've heard.
He needs to be stopped. I know as much as well that you wish to stop me as well. But stopping me won't change anything. Not if he gets his way. You already know the ending to that story.
My duty is to be a time warden. That is all. I get
Then
rid
you
of
will
who I
want
have to.
stop him. And for that, I will help in some capacity, because he's as much of a thorn in my side as he is yours.
Plus, I did
looking-
technically help you out.
I'm looking for something in specific. You don't have to worry about me. I'll just be watching.
Then shall we begin?
Go ahead.
So I take another deep breath, and I start to try to pour my energy in there. I want to see what happens first before I think of an event or something.
The
Or do I have
the sand begins to move within the hourglass, and it forms as you channel your magic into it, as it would an infinity symbol. Sand is rising and sinking in that shape through the hourglass. It
Okay.
awaits your intention.
I'm gonna cool. Then I want to start thinking about. I kind of want to try it out first, so I'm gonna look at. Um, hmm, oh God, I'm gonna try it out first. So I want to go back to the.
Well, it won't pull you back. It is just
No,
going to
I want.
show you this.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. I want to go back and look at the. I meant to say look. You didn't let me finish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to look at when. Let's think. The fall, the fall of Argrius. I want to see if I can see that.
Okay. You're going a little bit out of the time frame of how I adjusted this. You
Oh,
notice that, like, as you look, the image was a bit blurry,
mm,
but you see her make a few adjustments. Try a bit, say 3 degrees on the left.
okay. It's 3 degrees.
And the image comes out clear. I assume that you're looking in Ravenfall.
Yes.
Okay. An image appears before you, and you see everything frozen in time, not moving. You see the raven in its full form, the massive figure, and ethereal chains bind it. But you notice, as you're peering around and looking, a weak point in the chain, an area where the metal is beginning to stretch. The moment precisely, exactly, before everything went terribly wrong. The champions stand below. They had just dealt a devastating strike to what appears as Argrius that you do now know was Mezin. You feel as though you can turn the dials, the very, very inner part of the dial, to move it slightly forward, as though to play the imagery.
Then I do that.
The images begin to move and shape, and you notice that the chain snaps and breaks. That was binding Mezin. And as the chain breaks, it recoils and smacks Koldarmazu across the chest, leaving a deep, gashing wound. But the force from that also completely shatters both of Volcanus's arms, breaking them into small, tiny pieces. An argument ensues before them, even despite the anger, or even despite the immense pain that both of them are going through. You notice Zaragoza straining, realizing that the mirror realm itself is beginning to falter from the ricochet of this. Argrius breaks free from the remaining chains and begins to rise up, energy pouring from his mouth. You've seen this before. a beam of creation. As it's channeling, he slams into the ground itself, and a massive, radiant explosion encompasses the whole of Ravenfall. Frame by frame, you see the very tossables that the heroes of legend that they wielded begin to crack, break, gem by gem, piece by piece. They explode, and you see atom by atom the champions of legend be devoured by the power of uncreation. But you notice the Time Warden of that group, in a split-second decision, manages to whoop out of existence for but a moment. A spell that you've been, or a feature that you've been utilizing recently to avoid fatal damage. In the same breath, a moment only but like a frame, there seems to be an understanding, a moment of clarity on Argrius's face as he realizes what has just happened. A moment of weakness from Mezin, in which he could not bind Argrius from the sheer amount of power that he had just exerted. In that exact moment, Thrand disappears, pulling him away from the explosion. Once again, Argrius rises just up slightly, slams into the ground, unleashing yet another wave. Anything that had been left disappears entirely. Alavandria finally appears, almost piercing through the skies. And as she does, the Titans themselves are able to rebind the Raven. And they push him down through the mirror realm, growing smaller and smaller, condensing, until with a slight, sorry, I don't think my mic picked that up. With a slight, is this not picking that up? Come on. With a slight whoop, the mirror realm containing Argrius disappears, and the realm rests at peace. Slightly distant from there, the banners of man, mortal, elves, dwarves, dragonborn fight against the shadow beasts, the remaining shadow beasts. But the toll is devastating. Blood has spilled everywhere, to the point that what was once called the Plains of Light now instead become known as the Blood Plane. with every blade of grass having a slight crimson hue to it. They had won this day, but at what cost? Argrius was gone. The convocation of creation divided. And how many lives had been lost? Many of them would never be able to be reclaimed because they were killed by shadow beasts, their souls devoured. No way for them to return to the eternal dream. Worst of all, heroes of legend, gone and vaporized, and their weapons atomized. A scene begins to fade into blurriness. There. That's the part.
What?
Zithram should have never been able to do that. He was too weak. How he managed to overcome Argrius is beyond me. I was full form still, and even I couldn't do that. Forced into that weapon. Mezin wasn't strong enough on his own, and far too much of a fool. There has to be a time fracture there somewhere. Something that was altered, changed.
Would I be able to, like, go
Not
back
immediately.
oh,
Oh,
no,
are you
replay
sorry?
it.
Are you saying this?
replay it?
Yeah, as you replay it a couple times, you don't see anything that immediately jumps out at you, and you can see even Nelixis is studying it like intently. Subtle. There's definitely interference, but I can't find it. I cannot find the exact moment that was changed. I don't see it.
I try to look deeper into it. Like, try to actually...
Roll an investigation check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. Damn. Alright. 21.
Okay. You do begin to see the threads that Nelixis is talking about. You see, like, amber threads, but they're disjointed. They don't flow smoothly through.
What?
That's a sign that there's a break somewhere. But no clear, at least not in this time frame. You'll need to do some more looking. But for now, my time is limited, there were other things that you wished to see.
Yes. Let's go back to recently. More recently.
She moves her dial back.
And I move mine back too.
You, of course, won't need me in the future, but I'm just showing you how to do it for now.
So now I try to focus on Talon within the last year as a starting point.
The scene
Or
becomes clear within
Okay.
the image. Talon stands over another Kai. They look similar. Large. The Kai that is beneath his hammer is larger. The other Kai, however, is badly bruised and beaten. It is clear that there was a fight. Namika stands in the distance. They are surrounded by hundreds of Kai. All basically in the form of a circle surrounding it, watching. That's the
Okay.
frozen.
Okay. I kind of assumed that you would know I was gonna start playing it. My bad.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to look at other details or just tell me to start playing it. Okay.
Actually, well, no, just start playing it.
Okay. There is a look, a moment. Talon raises his hammer, and he brings it down onto the skull of the other Kai. And with a thud, the skull gives way, and the other Kai is slain. Talon pulls out a knife from his pack, and he cuts a notch into his ear. A second notch. He pulls a medallion off of his dead father and puts it on, raises his hammer, and a war cry is heard. Scene moves faster, becomes less clear in detail. Talon moves through the forest. More and more Kai begin to join his ranks. Tribe after tribe falls under his banner. And before long, there is a unified tribe, a massive war band. Gathering on the coast, on the east coast of the Okari forest. Siege equipment lies before them, crude siege equipment, and ships, crude again. Are pushed into the water. Boats, I should say, not ships. The war band is preparing. There is a look of fury and anger within Talon's eyes. Determination. The scene begins to fade into blurriness as you have reached current time. It is possible to peer into the future. That's where things start getting a bit messy, and perhaps a lesson for another time.
I'm not interested in the future right now. And I want to try focusing on
It is
something
wise that you aren't. Know that that is where time begins to change as well. It is cyclical. The past is the future is the past. But what you see in the past is of things of this mirror. When you peer into the future, you see mirrors that are not your own. At least until they are written again. What you see may not be concrete, may not be guaranteed. Past, as I mentioned, though, is different. As long as you adjust the dials correctly. What is the next scene that you would wish to have described?
the bombing of La Sharva. Remember when you said that all three bombs went off in La Sharva?
Nilixis makes a small adjustment. You won't have to adjust your side. But this one got distorted a bit. You see what appears as a normal day. 3 wagons come from the royal district and have passed through the trade district and are being carted into the residential district. The figures are hooded, covered.
Rats.
One arm is beneath their robes, the other wielding blades, spears, etc. A figure in the front of the formation, the figure dressed in red, bald, and markings upon the back of his head. His eyes glow with an ethereal light. There is a smile on his face. Ever so slightly. You recognize this figure as the Archmage. That is the still image.
Let's play.
As the
Oh, I
scene
should press
begins
play. I
to...
can't turn it.
As the scene begins to move, carts are basically wheeled into the center of the residential district. A guard stops the caravan. Where are you taking these? Our orders were to take these not here. These were supposed to go down to the docks. For transport. Admiral Lok'neda is waiting on this shipment. They need this in order to break through Ithaca's ranks. Why are you bringing it here? There's been a change of plans. A few developments. Seems I found a much more lucrative way to get what I want. And the beautiful part about it is I don't have to hide behind mediocrity and use sad excuses. Soldiers. I beg your pardon. Not granted. As more hands begin to pull out of from beneath his robes, and wings unfurl from beneath them as the robes fall away. I told you all once before to enjoy the life that you had before I fixed everything. It is offensive that you all squandered it so much. He launches, one of the hands reaches back and launches a beam. And there is an eruption with shadowy energy. As what appears almost as a black inky liquid begins to pour out as a flood throughout the entirety of the city, covering every last inch. You watch as people, the vines from the tendrils from the inkiness begins to crawl up them, take over their veins, and you watch as life is sucked out. You see the light of their eyes dim. Magic itself is consumed. It consumes everything in its wake. Man, woman, child, animal, construct, everything. It continues to spread as Ithram floats above and watching his handiwork. With a slight smile. It's time to reclaim what is mine. He raises his two main hands with magic, and all of the creatures, all of the husks that had been consumed by the shadow blight, their eyes glow suddenly with the same ethereal glow of Zithram's. And they shout out with this horrid war cry, as though the sound of many rotting corpses shouting into the air. And that is where the scene begins to blur.
Oh, okay. Real quickly, other players. What was the third thing that we're told about? Because I don't remember. We were told 3 things about Talon, the bombing of
Zithram,
Sharva.
Zithram reclaiming his heart, the bombing of Lasharva, Talon, the deserts of Skoangir, the situation in Koldir. There's a bunch of them.
Oh crap!
And these are the situations that we have to try and get to.
Kind of. These are basically a bunch of the things that happened within the past year. You also have the ability to do this at other points as well, Lachlan.
Yeah, I was thinking of just calling it there for my part, so that way everybody else can, do their things. I will do this again though, whenever I get the chance. So I think those, because we already got a lot of information from those 2, so I think we're okay right now. So he's gonna. So how do I turn this thing off?
What do you mean? You just simply stop using it.
Oh, I guess he just takes his hands off of it.
And the eater basically falls silent. Curious.
What's up?
There's just a grin on her face. I have the information that I'm looking for. At least a starting point. In the event that I need you, be in touch.
Oh, one more thing before you leave. I swear to God, if we have to kill your champion. Oh yeah, we know about the sword. That's why we don't have it no more.
Oh, I'm aware. I called him back. I have other work for him to do.
How will we call a truce until we take care of everyone else? Does that sound fair?
I wasn't really in the process of messing with you all anyway. I can't speak for my champions, though, and what they decide to do.
I guess it's a starting point.
I have more important things than to sit here and worry about what you all are up to. I have bigger plans. Besides, it's been beneficial for me for you to have the victories.
I guess we're just here making everybody happy. Well, not everyone. Shouldn't you go? Don't you have other things you gotta do? I would like some rest. If you don't mind.
Her grin grows wide as she fades into the shadows, the last part of it remaining being the grin. And you hear the laughter echoing as it fades away.
God damn it. I brought this onto myself. Fuck. I'll tell the party tomorrow. And then I go to bed. For the night. Because this would have happened right before bed.
Yep. Alright. So that brings us to the morning. Starting off in the morning, please, Firefist, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy!
Yay! No more.
That's actually pretty good. That's a 25.
Okay. You wake up. You're a little hazy, but you're fine. it's not one of those where you wake up and like you just want to end the world.
Mm-hmm.
It was just you're waking up and you're like, ah.
I'm like, oh god. I think right now probably my character's just thinking.
For something that is literally designed to kill dragons, the fact that you are still alive is a miracle in itself.
Wait, that's designed to kill dragons? God.
Oh, did I not mention that part?
No, you never told me what it was I was drinking. You just mentioned it was the most dangerous thing. And that I shouldn't be alive.
It's not alcohol at all. It's basically just straight poison.
Oh, lovely. Well, I'm still alive. That's what matters.
Now, if you talk to Galveth about it, he'll mention that it's extracted differently.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not just like, if you were to take it straight up, it would kill a dragon. But distilled, it's much worse than alcohol, but won't kill a dragon. But very well could kill a dragon if they drank too much.
Oh, God.
If I
Which you drank a lot
correctly,
of.
Are we both in the same room?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's a tavern, so like you can have as many rooms as you want or don't want.
Is he stuck on his back?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm on the back with the yeah.
No, there's bees pasted onto your back. There's honey
Hold on.
all over.
I am going to roll flip a D2.
Okay.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Fortunately for you, to avoid further embarrassment, you were laying flat on your stomach when you woke up.
Oh, well, that's not that bad. I mean, that's how I'd usually sleep.
That's what I'm saying. Fortunate for you. You spared yourself the humiliation of waking up flipped over.
Well, that's good. I feel like I'm just
Good morning, my friend.
Oh, what in the gods? Where are we?
Tavern.
I'm gonna like get up, and then I'm gonna open my hand, and I'm gonna see that the ring is there. I'm gonna like, oh, what all happened? As I'm looking at Sigurd.
You drank some things. You got out drunk.
Oh.
You,
By an elf.
You were, puppeteered up here. It was kind of really funny to watch.
Oh, God. I don't remember anything.
Oh, and, you might have a little, something. He, like, starts pointing at his back. Like, at his own back, and then points at him.
Is there, like, a mirror I can look at to see what's on my back?
Sure.
Okay. I look in the mirror. Sigurd, you son of...
It wasn't all me.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, God.
But hey, now I have another friend other than you.
That is true. That's been
And
quite...
besides, you'll get me back.
I'm sure I will. Oh, God. I need to get down for some water.
That sounds good. Brace you.
Okay.
Just running down the stairs.
You just...
So as they're running down the stairs, what are you doing, Marcus?
I'm still just relaxing in my trance. You know, I still got 4 points of exhaustion, so I'm just trying to relax for a bit while waiting for everybody else to come down.
Well, as you're trying to keep in your trance, you hear what sounds like a bowling alley, where instead of gently launching the ball, someone literally just like chucked that shit up and it came crashing down.
I was about to ask if
Rolled.
there was something like that.
and then rolled across the entire bowling alley. The only thing that you're missing is the crashing pins. As a dragonborn and a turtle basically come flying down the stairs.
I look at Gal. I had nothing to do with that this time.
It's fine.
All right.
Seeing Giba, he just kind of immediately waves his hand and a pitcher, like a tall pitcher of water appears. You're going to need this.
Oh, thank you. I was just gonna ask. I immediately start chugging it down.
Probably should have warned you not to drink that much of that stuff.
Oh, what was it?
Well, let's just put it this way. When you are a plant that exists in an area where dragons are the dominant species in there, some of which are not all carnivores, you kind of start building defense mechanisms to not be eaten by said dragons. And this particular plant, when digested by a dragon, will mostly instantly kill it.
Oh.
But a few crafty individuals took it upon themselves to let's just say find a way to eat things that they weren't supposed to eat.
Ugh. I pray.
And they made that drink, which won't kill a dragon, but it will certainly incapacitate one.
Oh God.
And the
But I
fact that you
didn't take
drank
the
that
challenge.
many, I am shocked.
Well,
He's kind of looking at. You see him like looking at the bottle and stuff like that, and be like, "Did I grab the right shit?"
I don't know. It's pretty weak to me.
You don't count.
I'm gonna look
Oh.
look at Marcus and walk up to him with the ring. Well, a deal's a deal.
Put it on.
I put it on the opposite hand that the ring of free action is on. So the ring of free action will be on the left hand.
He's a
As
turtle.
you-
Wait, hold on, Bert. Hold on.
Oh, you're thinking because he's a turtle, he can hold his breath?
As you put the ring on, it feels as though your very lungs and everything begins filling with water.
Okay.
You are indeed a turtle, and
Okay.
so you can hold your breath for a while. But you can't breathe anymore.
Breathe air specifically, or just breathe in general?
You can't breathe in general because turtles don't breathe water.
Lovely.
They're not fish.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
So yes, you cannot breathe right now.
Lovely.
Like I said, you're still fine. You just like it's like, when you go underwater in a pool.
Okay.
Except you can hold your breath for a while. I forget how long turtles can hold it for.
It's for an hour.
For an hour.
Is it an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an
Jesus
hour.
Christ.
Yeah, so
So you're chilling, kind of?
I'm just looking at Marcus trying to mutter somehow. Like, what is this?
You
I'm gonna
can
pat him
still
on the back.
talk,
Okay.
but every time you open your mouth, water is coming out of it.
I see.
So, like, when you talk, it's gonna be like this.
I'm going to pat him on the back of the head after seeing the water coming out of his mouth.
More water. More.
Is it
water
just
comes out.
regular water, or is it like seawater?
Seawater?
Am I able to?
And it's evaporating as soon as, like, it touches the ground.
Oh.
I'm gonna make the careful. Sense to not allow this to be a problem.
What do you mean?
I immediately heard the wait. Does this mean that we could use this to make water? No.
No. That'd be gross because it come with saliva too.
Yeah, but you have purified food and water.
exactly.
No, doesn't work that way. The water goes away as soon as.
So we just get a cup then and we pour it as long as it's touched the ground, right?
It doesn't work that way. No. It goes away as soon as. No.
It goes away
Proceed.
as soon as no.
As soon as it's basically leaving his mouth, there's like a moment that you can see the water, you hear the splash, and then it goes away. Doesn't matter whether it hits a table, whether it hits Marcus in the face, whether it hits the ground, whether it hits a cup, doesn't matter. It goes away. Proceed. Trying to fucking game me. No!
Why did you have me put on? Not great at doing a gargling
Just a
sound.
fun toy. Isn't it fun?
Am I able to take it off?
Yes. It's
Can
not
you
fun.
try?
I'm gonna try and take it off.
It comes off.
Stuck.
Okay.
Stuck on your big ass knuckle.
I was gonna say, I hope it doesn't get stuck.
It takes it takes a few seconds to like cough up all the remaining water. But then you are able to breathe again.
Ugh.
It's a ring of water breathing. Literally. Isn't it great?
Oh, you.
Starting
That's
to
not
like
what
him
I
more and
called
more.
it. You hear from the shield.
Ugh.
Yeah. The previous owner called it the ring of waterboarding. Same difference.
It's a really good interrogation tool.
Very good interrogation tool.
I'll keep that just in case. I'm just gonna
No,
pocket
I'm
it.
taking the ring back.
Oh, God.
I knew that there was an outstretched hand on that one. Like, nah, bitch.
No,
I was gonna
I'm
say,
mad. I would-
can I keep it and find a way to keep it, like, roll? Or...
Are you just gonna basically hold it in your fist and not like let him?
Yes. Or, well, could I just put it inside my shell?
If you want to use it from time to time, I'll let you use it, but it does not belong to me, so I cannot give it to you.
Technically, it does.
It doesn't know.
Well, when you put it like that, here, I reach my hand out and holding, not wanting to let go of the ring, but I'm still holding it out.
I'll put the ring on my finger. Shall we go?
No water is coming out of his mouth.
Son of a... We need to have a talk.
He appears to be completely fine.
We
Okay.
need to have a
Shall we-
talk.
Oh, what do you want to know?
Why is it none of this is affecting you? The alcohol last night, which I...
What? I don't think it didn't affect me. I just have better resilience than you.
Aha. Can I roll an insight on that?
Sure. Roll against Odaiden's deception.
Okay. What is my insight?
Oh
-1.
fuck.
I got 11.
Well, hold on. Let me roll. Let me use 3 random dice because you know. All right. There's a 17. Deception. Hold on. Wait. Deception. I have +0. So 17 minus 4 is 13.
Damn, so close. Too.
You're not really able to get a read as to whether or not he appears to be telling the truth or not.
Well, aside from that, what is our main priority now?
Taking back the town. Looking for the Order of Confidence.
Would you like me to move the time forward to the morning within the material plane as well, or would you like to come out at the same time that you were?
If we come out at the same time, I can get 1 more night's rest. It'll get a little bit of weariness off my bones.
That could also give me that could also give us a chance to scout the place out.
Well,
If we do it under the cover of night. You guys just realized that Lok'neda is now there. You guys are busy with your own stuff. He kind of he walked down and just sat down, ate, and wasn't even paying attention. He wasn't even like paying much attention to what you guys were doing. He was just like, oh, he was like, oh, Marcus is up to his shit again. Okay, just let him suffer.
Throws a piece of bread at Lok'neda.
Why would you waste? You know what? Never mind.
I'm not wasting it. Eat it.
Well, then are you gonna eat it? Throws it back.
No, I gave it to you. I thought you were going to eat it. Throws it back.
I catch it this time, waiting for it.
The food will continue to regenerate while you're in here. You don't have to fight over scraps. And know to the new people, as the other 2 already know, you can't take it out of the tavern. It's technically not real, but it will provide nutrition. Don't question it.
So you can eat it and take it out that way, but you cannot take it out physically.
No, you'll come out empty.
Well, you will get the nutrition from it, as though you have eaten, but correct, you can't. I don't know how Zalagos' magic works. I just inherited part of it.
Trust me, it's a lot more complicated than you can imagine. He just sips this water.
Trust me, I know. It is something that I've just not really bothered to try and learn and understand, just use.
So, is everybody ready to go? What do we want to do?
Well, suppose we could ask around town, couldn't we?
Good.
We don't want to raise their suspicions.
The last thing that we'd want to do tactically is make people aware that we're looking for things.
If people know we're looking for the Baron, then the Baron's gonna know, and it's gonna be bad news for us. It'll make our mission a lot harder.
Well,
We want to keep this. We want to do this quietly.
It will take some time as well for Lord Kamaku to hear that the original, well, the Menagerie specifically, is back in town. That is something that will work to your advantage.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I'd rather give us some more time to not worry about Kamaku than just causing a scene immediately.
Well, and we have no leads, I take it?
Just looking for a symbol I can hear.
Looking for a symbol, then we're also gonna check out the manor that he's in.
Well, we best get looking then.
During the night would be the best cover, except for certain somebody. Looks over at Giba.
Hey, I can't turn these things off.
You can just put a cover over them. Just saying.
I suppose.
Or I could walk behind you the entire time and hug you.
Or just,
do
you know,
with the
don't
cover.
hit them together.
I'll do with the cover.
Besides, you shouldn't raise too much suspicion within the town. They're expecting you to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Just provided that you don't start going into areas you're not supposed to be.
Unless you can turn invisible. I
That
doubt.
I cannot.
What about you, Dragonborn?
I do what I see fit when it is necessary.
Because I would really like to get a close-up of the manor.
I could do that
That's
for
what-
you.
I could get in there myself. I'm okay.
Well, no, listen.
Or
You know
You
I
could-
have the ability to track creatures. As long as it's a feat from my Titan.
there's
So
another
I
way
could
that
create a stone golem, use that feature, and have it explore. No danger to us, no ties to us. I could use that to look through his eyes.
If you can do that too, that would be great. But I would prefer if we were able to get a layout of it. And if you saw at the manor, then that won't really help much.
there is something that might be helpful. Because mine and Giba's faces are known, we could probably use that fame to advantage.
Yes, we could draw all the attention while you two sneak around.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as if we're known for traveling with you, so
That's true. The only two people know.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that, we can do that too.
I think that would work better for me.
So we're splitting up into two parties of two.
Well, what? Okay, what time? Okay, I'm gonna speak out of character for a second here. What do we want to go out during the middle of the night, or do we want to go out during the day?
I'd say night, honestly.
Also, yeah, night.
Okay, if we do night, I can still technically follow you around. I'll just have to remain in dim light, at least a minimum of dim light. Because I would like to go with you guys, but I also don't want to be seen with you.
Yeah.
What? Wait, why do you need to stay in dim light?
For my invisibility to work. I have that.
I'm pretty sure it just gives you the ability to cast invisibility on yourself
I have to be in at least dim light.
when you initially cast it.
I thought it said... Hold on, did I just not read that right? I know I have to be in...
The old one
Yeah,
required
yeah.
you to
Yep, I read it wrong.
Yeah. The old one was terrible because it required you to basically be in darkness and you couldn't move.
Yes. No, that was a rogue feature.
Mm-mm. That was the old version because Accree had it.
There's a rogue feature that does the same thing. I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't
Similar,
it have
but not
something
quite.
to do with sneak attack?
No.
No. It's just invisibility. We're talking.
Yeah. They massively buffed one with the shadows.
Okay. Then that's probably what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's
They
what I was-
massively buffed one with the shadows because that used to be like super niche, and even being niche it was still pretty shit because you couldn't move. And then they're
Yeah.
just like, but what if?
How long is it? Up
Yeah,
to an
because-
hour. Okay, I gotta keep casting it every hour.
And that's the thing, is that you can keep doing it. Like, there is no actual, like, it's not like once per day or anything like that.
Yeah, I can
Actually,
keep doing. I have it at
it's
will,
actually-
so it's good.
It's actually bonkers. The new Warlock invocation. New Warlock. 2024 Warlock is crazy good. Despite
I don't
not
even-
having that many spell slots.
I know. I don't even need the. I don't even need the multi-class, which is what I was trying not to do.
Right.
Which is what I'm trying not to do.
They just massively buffed it. It's like night and day compared to the 2014 version.
I know. But so, we're all agreeing on night then?
Yeah.
Should we like?
Very well then. You
Yeah.
see Galveth is basically twisting a few dials on his device. Should be good to go when you all are ready.
Are you all ready to go?
That I am.
Let's do this.
So, are you gonna stay back and try to get some more trance time? He looks at Marcus.
If there's time to do it, otherwise it's time to go. It's time to go.
We
Well-
were.
When you guys had left, it was still early-ish evening.
Yes. Did you move us forward like a couple hours?
I didn't, because you asked to go out the same time that you were.
Might be worth getting the lay of the land a little bit before nighttime.
I can
Yeah,
certainly change it. I can't go far, though. Only bring it to... well, essentially the morning.
No, just leave it as is. Are you all ready to go?
Nope. Whenever you
Oh,
two
and
want.
Alright, so you guys are going back to Belltown, then?
Be right back. I'm getting more tea and running to the bathroom.
All right.
If you guys want to do a 10-minute-ish break, then that's fine.
Alright.
All right. Well, I was going to be like, oh yeah, one more thing, and then I was gonna tell him about the what I saw
Oh.
in the ether. Well, I wasn't gonna say the part about the fall of Argus, and I wasn't gonna mention Nelixis, because we still got mixed feelings. Well, I don't know about the rest of the party, but I know me and Marcus still have mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings. She is the BBEG.
But she's also helping us out, so it's kind of just like, how chaotic is she gonna be this time?
Yes.
And is this
yes is the answer.
I still love how she didn't even say. Oh wait, no, she did say thank you. Never mind. Was this my reward for freeing her? She was gonna show me how to use the hourglass.
Maybe. No, she gave you her reward for that already.
What was it?
She killed Kleischmach for you.
No. Oh God. God. Lodge. I forgot. I forgot she did that.
You have his head.
No, I don't have his head. Somebody else has his head.
Mm-mm. It was dropped at your feet, so unless you gave it to somebody else.
No, Marcus picked it up. I remember that.
And Marcus still has the head then.
Marcus has the head. Because I don't have... okay, I would have added it if I had it. God damn it! How did I get that? Wait, why do I have it? Are you back, Marcus? Okay, no, he's still gone.
I don't have the head, but I can hear you. I'm grabbing tea now.
You may not have put it in, but you like.
No, I have it. I have. Okay, it's gone now. I literally just saw it.
One way or another, you have the head of Kleischmach. One of you has the head of Kleischmach. Like, it actually genuinely doesn't matter who. Just one of you does. I mean, it kind of matters who, but, like, you know what I mean.
I think I have it because I swear I saw it in my inventory.
I'm pretty sure you did as well.
It turns out it's glued to the turtle's back.
Oh god.
That would be. I totally forgot.
Nobody cleaned him off.
Huh?
Yeah. Nobody cleaned the turtle
off your shell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I can't go back to look to see how I spelled it because, god damn it!
It would all disappear because it was from the mug, right?
Yeah, do you want to send me? I know I sent it to you and spelt it, but that was before the incident.
I'm just gonna pull Kleischmach out.
The bees and the glue would disappear because they were from the mug.
Yeah.
I don't know about the honey.
I just need the name.
About the what?
I just need the spelling of the name, that's it.
The honey.
Oh, I didn't know there was honey on there as well. I knew there was glue and bees, but
Marcus put it on.
Yeah, I used honey to stick everything on. I get like 2 gallons of honey a day for free.
Oh yeah.
After the jug.
Then you're still covered in honey.
Contraband.
Yeah, you would basically have dried honey on your back.
Would that be sticky or?
Yes.
I don't actually. Probably.
Dry honey is still sticky. Yeah.
Okay.
Even when it's crystallized, it's still kind of sticky.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the same with alcohol.
Where the fuck is Kleischmach?
I know it starts with a C.
No, it's a K.
No, I would have spelt it with a C. A C is pronounced as a K.
Oh, I'm also gonna take off the.
I spelled it as a K then.
God damn it!
And it's been Kleischmach with a But I'm pretty sure you gave it to me as K as well.
No, I spelled it with a C. I remember it starting with a C.
It's the way it's spelled with Hero Forge is Kliechmach. I'm the one that linked it.
Apostrophe.
There's no apostrophe on the name. Yeah.
There should be.
Well, there is
on the Hero Forge. On the Hero Forge version.
Hero Forge doesn't do. Yeah.
Either way.
I swear to God, I would have put a C on there for a specific reason.
And I showed you the spelling too, so you would have seen it and you approved it, so I didn't say anything.
I probably didn't pay much attention to the spelling. I probably didn't realize it.
You don't know how to spell.
It just sent it to me.
Here, I'll send it to both you guys so you can see it.
No, okay, yeah.
Fire Fist and
There he is.
Okay. Oh, he already. Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, this is my best friend, who I brutally murdered back in the day.
Twice.
What is he?
I have his head. Again.
Oh.
This was going to be the birth of the Warforged in my world until a certain wizard boy decided to break time.
Fair enough.
He was basically the prime of the synthetics. And the synthetics were going to be the Warforged of my universe.
Okay.
Which were basically half people, half machine.
All right.
But that got fucked up. Anyway. You guys find yourself back in, I was about to say Straw Mill, Belltown. Let me actually rename this. There you go. From your current, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hear you.
From your current location, you hear what sounds like a jingle, almost, kind of. Not a bell. It sounds like coins being
Fuck.
rattled together.
This guy.
You hear it from around the corner.
I swear to God.
Around the corner behind us?
In front of you. Around the corner of the tavern.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what we never touched on?
What?
The loot. From our
We
ghost.
never did.
Not super important right now.
But
Sure.
what's more important is killing this goddamn weasel. Who's in?
He's not a weasel!
I mean, I'd like to know him first.
I hate him.
Are you guys going to go inspect the sound?
I guess,
I'm
yeah.
going. Am I going the right way?
No, it was the other way.
It's this way.
As the party
Marcus.
moves up and comes around the corner, there's nothing there. However, Marcus, you feel steel press against your throat.
To be like that, does it?
And not a single movement more. Anybody flinches, and the elf gets it.
I paid my protection money this month, didn't I? I bought a bunch of your crappy wares last time.
First off, it's been a year since I've last seen you all. And previous to that year, you seem to have pilfered something from me. Very, very, very precious.
I did?
Could only be you. You're the last I saw when it disappeared.
What was it?
An amulet. But not one that I put in my wares. One personally, for me.
I honestly, need a damn. I don't remember any amulet. I lose my mind. I don't.
Five Fingers
remember this
freezes for
amulet.
a second.
You're welcome to look at my bags, but I don't remember anything about an amulet.
He pulls the blade away from your throat.
I hold my
believe you.
bag open for him to look.
I believe you.
What did this amulet do?
But that's for me to know. And you to find it for me. Because
Okay.
even if you didn't take it, something that is extremely valuable. Me. And I want you to prove your innocence in that one. Do a little favor. Find me my amulet. No, you don't even have to find me my amulet. Find me the rat bastard who stole it. Find me their name, and I'll take care of it. You may do the extra step if you wish. I'll pay you extra, of course, if you do
If we
manage
kill
to.
him?
No, 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 no. By no means will you kill them.
You just want us to
That's
recover the amulet.
mine. No. I need a name, or I need his body tied up. But on no means shall you kill him. You'll bring
Conscious
him
or
to me.
unconscious?
Unconscious is fine. Bruised is fine. I don't care. But you will bring me whoever is responsible. And I'll take care of it from there. And you will be justly rewarded. I swore it was you. Fuck.
I did hear rumors that there's the shapeshifter imitating me.
He was like literally in the process of pulling up a deck. And as you mentioned the shapeshifter, he just kind of does a slow turn towards the deck. And then looks back at you.
I did pull a card, and ever since then, there's been something causing trouble in my name.
Son of a bitch. Ah.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this deck. Nonetheless, I have found something of yours. I'll return it when you return my amulet. And he holds up the deck. It's thicker than before, and based upon what you're telling me, by any chance, you didn't happen to, I don't know, sacrifice the deck to itself, did you?
Oh, the other idiot did that before he disappeared.
There's just an audible, like, well, not audible, but you can literally see his face, like, his hand slowly, like, slide down his face. For future reference, when I give this back, do not, under any circumstance, sacrifice the deck to itself. I'm just
Why would
going to
anyone
put
do
it
that?
this way. You all are incredibly lucky. That's essentially inviting Nixis to do whatever she wishes. And that is quite dangerous. Thing. He flips his hand and the deck disappears. As I said, when you return my amulet, you will get your deck, as well as another reward. Depending on whether you return my amulet with the name, or you return the entire useless sack that stole my amulet. Alive!
I do have the ability to use a spell to find items, but I would need to know more about this hamlet. A name, something to go off of. Is there a nickname you call this hamlet that might help me find it? If there's not, that's fine. We'll keep looking.
You see him basically just flick his hand, and an amulet appears in his hand. dangling from his hand. Use your magic upon this.
All right, I will memorize it for use later because I don't have the spell equipped just yet.
Okay.
Uh.
You may take this version of it. It's fake. But it will guide you the same.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we got a couple new chumps if you want to get some coin off them.
Amulet first.
Fair enough.
I'm not in the mood to sell today. But to the new chumps, my greatest pleasure to meet you. My name is Five Fingers, and I am the finest provisioner of magic items in anywhere on this earth.
Good to know.
By the way, Sigurd is sitting there counting all of his fingers.
There is 5 fingers on each hand.
Okay, so that's not the reason why. And then he goes, he then thinks a little bit and goes, "Oh, it's the other meaning."
There's a slight smirk from 5 fingers. Anyway, I don't want to keep any more of your time. Fare thee well. And he just kind of like slinks into the shadows.
So that was interesting. You two have a history with him, I take it?
Unfortunately.
Hmm.
Some of the empty sales are useful, like some are not. You know, it just depends on how you decide to use them.
Charming fella.
Interesting. Well,
5 fingers is best boy.
Yeah.
You shut your mouth. I'm never gonna like him.
My fingers is best boy.
I'll kill the weasel one day.
He's not a weasel.
Are you kidding?
I'm calling him
Oh,
a
he's
weasel for
not?
life.
I thought he
No,
was.
he's not. No, he's
He's
not
a-
a weasel.
He's a Ezra Kai or something like that.
He's a Kezrai.
That's right. That's what I said.
Kidding.
Well, I like calling him a weasel because he looks like one.
They're related to the Kai, except they're a little bit smaller and they're highly proficient in magic.
Okay.
They stand about 6 to 7 feet tall.
All right.
So a little bit shorter than Dragnor. And by a
So-
little bit, I mean like a foot.
So until we rest again, I don't have access to. I'm just putting locate object on my spell list so I don't forget.
All right,
Okay.
Dragnor was short though. You can't.
Not Dragnor, I'm sorry, Sig.
Oh, okay.
My dragonborn was short. Okay.
I don't know why I said Dragnor.
Big tall.
Why did you say Dragnor? Yeah, like he's not even in his campaign.
Who
I can bring him
randomly
out.
teleported into the campaign.
No.
Why? He'll actually have a future here.
I mean, that's true.
Okay, jokes aside. All right. If we got some time. Are we?
The guards
Are we
seem
gonna go
blissfully
straight for it?
unaware of everything that just happened, by the way,
Who?
The guards.
that are standing outside the tavern.
Yeah, who cares about the guards? Regardless, I kind of just turned to. All right, so are we ready to go?
As ready as we'll be, but where do we check first?
Would it be obvious where the mansion is from here?
What?
Would it be obvious where the mansion is from our position?
Yes, it is a very dominating feature in, to your northeast.
Lost my character. Oh,
It literally is towering
Yeah.
over, the other buildings.
Yep, all
Yeah,
the way
actually-
over here. That's gonna be
oh, yeah.
right.
I was looking at the building on the hillside. That's not. Oh, why don't we go take a look?
All right, we're gonna go to the manor.
There is a fence around the manor, so you will have to go to the.
I'm gonna go back and pull
Because you
Sigurd
noticed
with
I was going that way.
Sigurd, come on this way. I swear
Okay,
sometimes.
so the party's splitting.
No, I was just
I
walking
like
back to
getting
pull
drunk.
Sigurd.
Okay.
I see.
So is this considered dim light right now where we're at?
Yes.
Okay.
There are no street. There are no. There are few and scarce street lights, and most of the ones that you do see are mostly just like torches and stuff like that. So yes, there is.
All right,
plenty
before
of...
we actually get moving, be like, all right, I'm gonna follow you two, but don't worry, I'll be right here with you if anything goes wrong. And then wait, I want to see the components real quickly. I want to see if I can actually say it like that. Don't worry. Don't worry. As he pulls out a material, snaps his finger with the other hand, and then speaks, I don't know, I guess the magic word. He turns invisible. You no longer see him.
All right. Well,
But I think for the sake of moving my character real estate, we'll just don't turn him invisible. But he's invisible. I'm invisible right now.
okay.
Bird.
Understood.
All right.
So where do we check first?
I can still talk though, right? They just can't see me. That's how that works, right?
Yes. Invisible does not hide sound. It just
Well-
hides you.
I whisper in your ears. Check the manor.
Which was the manor?
Well, as you are walking up the road and whatnot, you notice that there is a tall wall blocking entrance into the manor area.
There's a tall what? Fucking man.
Wall.
Tall wall.
Oh boy.
A tall
But
wall
you do
never stopped me.
see a gate up ahead.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna lose my vision here in a minute, so I'm gonna need you guys to keep an eye on me.
All right.
I'm gonna walk up the wall and down the other side. Place the stone golem. Use the bond on it and do the eye thing where I can see through its vision. And then attempt to get back over the wall with everybody else's help.
Okay.
I can't really see that. Am I in the right way?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, while I have that active, I can't see because I'm seeing through his eyes.
Okay.
And for a safe distance here. So I'm gonna walk the golem around and see if we can see any easy ways to get into the mansion.
And I will keep an eye on Marcus while also.
Stop right there. As you are moving through the... Is this doing that? As you are doing that, where's your stone golem? There he is. You can hear through it as well, right?
No, it's one or the other, not both.
Oh.
And I chose vision.
You notice an eye appears in front of you. It is looking directly at you.
Everybody, there's a weird eyeball here. I don't know what it's doing, but it's looking right at the golem. I'm gonna have the golem burrow underground and move, and see if the eyeball follows.
The eyeball does follow.
Look, it looks like it could follow the golem underground too. There's no hiding from these.
Must be a scrying eye.
Hmm.
How do we deal with those?
And as you are saying this, by the way, a bolt of magic flies across the manor field and strikes the golem, and it falls into a pile of rocks.
Oh, that was short-lived. That's some tight security.
It's gonna be harder than I thought.
Hmm.
As me, could you call me back?
What now?
If you're able to get in with permission,
Sure.
then you guys may be safe.
Berg, call me back.
Did you tell someone to pull you back?
I'm telling Berg to please pull me back into the board.
Oh,
You are.
No,
No.
no.
I'm in the space between boards. I said it yoked me.
I am pressing it, but it's not doing it. Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Free of the darkness.
Freedom.
Let's go.
You know, I was already heading toward the thing.
But since Marcus's golem is gone, he can see now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I could choose to do vision or wisdom on anything I have my bond with.
Like, I don't know if you want to go up there with them, but I'm gonna go with them.
Question is, hey, can
As
those
you all
scrying eyes
approach, the
fly?
guards react by basically turning towards you.
Hello. We mean you no harm.
Greetings, citizens. How may we be of assistance to you?
We are just looking around, just trying to get a lay of the land.
We're also looking to see if there's anything important to be doing here, aside from what we did earlier.
You're not from around here, are you? The
No.
captain
No.
speaks up and begins to walk forward. We appreciate your.
I
need to have lost someone.
me. And then I don't know what you guys said, but my Discord cut out.
They basically went up to the guard and were basically saying that they weren't from around here, essentially.
Okay.
Other than what you have done earlier, the city is well defended. The people here are happy. We appreciate your assistance, and you are welcome to stay as long as you wish. However, this area beyond these gates strictly forbidden. This is the house of the Baron. He does not wish for any visitors at this time.
Well, that's understood from my end. I mean, I wouldn't want waking up right while trying to get to sleep.
Is there anything we can help with around here?
That's what I just asked, Keeper.
As I mentioned, everything is, for the most part, taken care of and well supplied. We receive every help that we need directly from Kamikaze. We thank you for your assistance, adventurers, but truly, Belltown is well taken care of.
Oh, I'm sure. It looks very well off. Well, sounds like they don't need our assistance. And we can't talk to the Baron right now as we had planned, right, my friend?
Yes, you're right. What sort of shops do you two know of around here?
For the most part, everything is closed at the moment due to the time of day. However, most of the normal things that you'll find within a city of this nature. There is a small magic shop. There's the tavern, of course, provides entertainment throughout the night. There's a blacksmith here. There is an herbalist. Cobbler, wood carpenters, the normal things here. A general store exists. Alchemist. What exactly are you looking for?
Just wanted to know if you have a blacksmith, but you've told me that already.
Indeed. There is quite a renowned blacksmith in the area. He goes by the name of Atara Steelborn. Easy to find. You'll find the smoke rising from his forge quite easily.
Well, thank you for your assistance.
Of course. Hey, that's not supposed to be visible.
I'm gonna walk up to Sigurd. So, what do we do now?
Well, clearly, looking back over, seeing that the guards are still there, we need to go and check into the tavern and wait for morning to see the Baron. Staring at him.
All right.
It will take some time for you to make an appointment with the Baron. He does not see people very often.
I would assume that he's busy.
Quite busy.
Well, it can't be
He's
helped.
too busy.
I take it
Too
that
busy.
you, by the way, Lok'neda, are sneaking into this house here.
I would.
Or into the
Yeah,
carriage
that's
house
why.
here.
That's why I walked all the way. You saw me walking
Mhm.
away from them, further away from them. I went in a kind of a big circle around them.
You hear me, Snow?
Yeah.
I am gonna try that though, while they're distracting the guards.
Okay. What are you doing exactly?
I
You're just
want to
walking
look.
into the carriage house?
I want to look into the carriage house real quickly, see what I see. Without actually going in there just yet.
Decrepit. It clearly has not been used in decades. You see some wine barrels and whatnot that are broken and dry. Food troughs and whatnot that have not been utilized in years. They are rusting, holes in them. Dust and cobwebs are covering everything.
Try taking one step in. I want to see if a scrying eye appears.
Scrying eye does not appear, although there is a loud groan as the wood as you step into the wood.
Right, then I want to try to slowly make my way across. Moving slow enough to try to minimize the noise of the wood.
Wood. Roll a roll a stealth check.
I'm good at this too. I mean, I thought I was.
Oh no.
Would that be advantage because I'm invisible?
No.
No.
Not in
12.
this case because it's a sound base, not. So with a 12, you are being careful, but it's just unavoidable. Like there are certain places that you step that you test it with your foot a little bit, and it seems good, and then you take a step and you just.
So basically, every other step.
Yeah.
Is what you're telling me.
You're trying your best, but like it's just one of those things where it's like, you ever try and sneak down downstairs and stuff like that, and you have like that one creaky stair, and no matter how gently you step on it, yeah, that's the same situation here, where it's just like it's everywhere though, and it's like you're trying, but like no matter how gentle, no matter how soft-footed you are, this is literally just a rogue's nightmare.
Good thing I'm not a rogue. How far do I? So do I make it all the way to the end then?
You've probably made it like
You move
here
it.
before you're just
Alright.
like, okay, I'm making a lot of noise.
Do I hear anything?
Crickets chirping. You do
Like
hear the slight arcane sound of something floating nearby, like from the other side of the wall.
Oh shit. Ah, fuck me. Me and my decision making skills. Anyways.
You hear groaning of the wood and stuff like that from this building, as well as, well, mostly from this building, as it sways in the wind.
I want to try to continue moving through it.
Okay.
Another roll.
Yeah, roll me another stealth check.
Oh, that's a lot better. 26.
Okay. With a 26, you there's still sound because, like I said, it's unavoidable, but it is significantly muted. You're making, or you're taking the time to carefully depress the wood with your weight slowly to where the sound that's coming from it is extremely muted, and then carefully lifting your foot when you're releasing the pressure as to mute the sound as well, being very soft in your approach on it, and you do slowly make it, and I'll give you basically to the corner here.
Where do I hear do I still hear the arcane humming?
You do.
Is it directly on the other side of this wall? Does it look like or does it sound like it's coming from the right?
It sounds like it's coming from slightly to the left.
I want to try peeking my head around the corner to see if I can't see anything.
Peek your head around the corner very quickly, and you do see a orb that is patrolling.
And it's not looking at me?
Not right now.
I want to try taking like a step out to see if it changes anything.
Roll a stealth check.
Another 26.
It has not noticed you.
Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Well, I see one. So what I want to do is I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try going around this corner, walking this way.
Roll a stealth check.
Oh shit! This may not work out so well. 11.
As you do that, one of them emerges from behind the rock, and you see that it is looking directly at you.
Directly
hear-
at me.
You hear a sound.
So if I take a step to the left, it's gonna look at me. Still.
Yes. You notice that this thing has locked gaze with you.
No. I am immediately gonna try to just run. Because I saw what I heard what it did to that golem.
It moves forward a little bit, but then stops.
Does it stop
But-
before? After
Well,
I
you
enter?
wouldn't. You wouldn't see at that point
wouldn't
because you
know.
fucking booked it. Yeah, you booked it. You were like, nope.
I want to go around this corner a little bit. And I'm just gonna wait it out. Ready to use my power if I need to.
You don't see an orb that comes through the doorway.
No, I was waiting for the strike.
Nothing seems to happen.
Ah. All right, I'm gonna give myself a bit of a break. Let's let the other party go while I think of a plan. Or do you want me to just go?
Nope. Anything from the other party? Or from the rest of the party?
I've been assuming that just me and Giba have been talking these guards' ears off into each other.
Okay, and yes, you notice like some of their body language where they're just like what has gone from that like proud look, there is like a slight slouch now where it's like, oh god.
So, I have a question. Did the one lightning strike that hit the golem not alert any of the guard? Like, did none of them try to go check on that, or?
They didn't seem to notice.
Alright.
Or at least they didn't react to it at all.
Okay.
By your recommendation, is it better to eat at the tavern or get from the market?
Depends on what you're looking for. Tavern has quite good food if you're into tavern food. But if you're looking for something a bit fresher, obviously the market's the way to go. But
Are you saying that the tavern's food is not fresh?
well, I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, they do come from the same place, but obviously you're getting something that is fresh from the farm versus something that may have sat in a storage container for a day.
I see. Giba, what do you
Have you
think?
never been to a small village before?
We've been to several, but not here.
Why would it be any different here than...
Well, it seems to vary from place to place, you know? Everybody has their strange little nuances that makes their town different.
Well, you'll have to blame that on all of the bells that line everything. And as you look around, there's literally bells like strung to everything. That's our uniqueness, I suppose.
He's gonna bap the bells with his tail.
The guard's
That
just
makes
looking
sense.
at you. You can't see her face at this point, but if you could, there would be a slight eye twitch.
You know, I don't think I actually noticed these, not even when it was more light out. Did you notice them, Giba?
No, what's the history about these? Can you tell
Still
us?
playing with the bells with his tail.
There's a crazy old witch at the top of the hill in the church who pulls them out of her bags and literally gives them to everyone. And they've made a tradition of it, of hanging it literally everywhere. I have no idea how she has so many bells. Apparently, this town was once called Straw Mill. I'm not sure how we went from Straw Mill to, well, I know how we went from Straw Mill to Belltown, but how...
Tell me though, if it's called Belltown and the bells are everywhere, why don't the guards wear bells?
everywhere.
Wouldn't that be like town pride?
Most do.
Most, you said.
Have you ever worn bells? Just random
Clanks his
curiosity.
plate.
I'm gonna look at the guard and say, I have once.
Every single movement that you make, every single twitch that you make, every single little minute movement. Ding, 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 ding.
Well,
I got
not
tired
if you
of
move smoothly enough. I've worn a bell once. Slaps his tail, like, he's now, like, intentionally just, like, gently tapping his tail in a rhythm against
My
the bells
squad
while
was
they're talking.
told. My squad was told not to wear bells anymore, very explicitly. And you see them like in the background going, mm-hmm, yep, nope, don't
Oh,
wear.
so you're not skilled enough to be able to move without making the bells sound. That's what I'm hearing. Are you sure that they shouldn't have sent better guards to guard the Baron?
Oh God.
She just
All
kind
right.
of. The other guards are just kind of like, they just kind of like, oh shit, as they kind of slink back.
I'm gonna just
Tell you
back
what.
out just a second.
Let's make you a wager then. Let's tie a bunch of bells to your armor, and if you can make it through an entire day without making any noise from the bells whatsoever.
See,
I'll
I
concede.
never said that I was skilled enough. I said that I've done it once with one bell. I'm saying that
Oh.
you can't, apparently, if you don't want to wear any.
I see. So you're not skilled enough either, and you're the one judging us on whether or not we can guard the Baron or not.
But I've done it with one bell before, which
Aren't you
says that I'd at least wear one.
Aren't you supposed to be defending villages instead of wasting time talking to guards and getting drunk? Oh.
See, I don't get drunk.
And kind of like tilts his head at the turtle, and maybe taking a shower once in a while.
I think the guard is projecting onto us, Giba.
Hey, say what you want. I have no shame in my stench.
Of course you don't.
As he's got like honey still sticking to.
I pat you on the back, but you're still you got you got a little you got a
By the
little something
way,
on your shit.
is there anything further that you would wish from us, or have you?
So
you
how
done
do you get
interrogating
onto
us?
the Baron's waiting list?
She pulls out a clipboard. Name.
Well,
Do you want the title too, or just the name?
Just give me a name.
The Cold Mountain.
That with a K or a C. I know you Northerners are weird with your letters and whatnot.
Consider that this name was given not by my own people.
Got it to C then. We'll reach out when it's near your turn. We'll find you. You don't have to find us.
Wonderful. Let's go, my friend.
All right. By chance, what materials would the blacksmith have? If you know.
I wouldn't have any idea. You'd have to ask him. I would imagine normal blacksmith materials. We're not exactly some prized town where exotics come through here often. At least not anymore.
Sigurd is going to whisper to Giba, I bet they don't even know what their own armor's made out of.
I could probably
Steel.
spot what it is.
She crosses her arms. It's steel.
I think she heard.
Mm-hmm. And how was the hammer used? Is it flat steel? Belled steel? What is it? He could tell you. Pointing at Giba.
That I wouldn't have any idea. My expertise isn't in making armor. My expertise is in eviscerating troublemakers.
I'm gonna look at them and say, so you don't know how many hammer strikes went into your armor, went into your weapons that you use every day. Do you even?
I've been actually sitting here wondering how many slices it will take to get to your heart.
I see. They're not actual guards. They're just bandits with fancy titles. Let's go, Giba.
Yes. Let's. And I guess we're just walking away.
I'll stay with them. Actually, I'm gonna go try to find Lok'neda. I see him sneak off.
No, I'm
He's
invisible.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
Okay,
we're
let's
trying to
go
get
Lok-
far enough away so that way if Lok'neda has made any progress, we can talk to him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you say that out loud? Let's go, Lok'neda?
No,
No.
Oh.
I don't think you did. Did you?
No.
You would
I
have.
thought he
did.
was
You
just
would have.
about to say. I thought he was just about to say that, and I was gonna be like, the guards just start looking around like, excuse me? But
You would have blew my cover. Anyways, are you guys?
Oh, I've been Yoda'd again.
No, I did, and then I'll tell him that's the name of my
Yeah,
ride
but-
along.
are you pulling out the card and throwing a
Yeah.
creature on the ground?
Yep. I'm gonna get on my giant scorpion. Isn't Lok'neda a magnificent beast? And I walk away on it.
Lok'neda, you'll overhear this. It's like from the guards. Where do they find these adventurers?
He's just thinking to himself. Trust me, you have no idea.
I swear they pull them out of the lowest parts of the cities.
They do.
Anyways, he's gonna be like, all right. He's come up with a bit of a plan. He just needs to execute it now.
Okay. So
This is
what
gonna
are
be
you doing?
tricky. So, I'm looking around the. I looked around the building to see that I don't have to go through the building. I can go around the building because there's a gap. Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna try sneaking my way around the building, like coming from this way.
Okay. You find yourself in a dead orchard.
I'm gonna keep going around the building all the way to the end. I'm gonna kind of be crouched and just like like using the wall to sort of guide me a little bit, even though I can clearly see.
Okay.
I want to get to here, and I kind of want to peek around the corner
You see
or peek around the
an
thing.
you see an eye
How far away is it?
at the other end of the building.
Where I was?
You're right now at the corner of the building. It's literally on the exact opposite side of the building.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try sneaking my way across into like this little area.
Roll a stealth check.
Come on, dice. Come on. All right, that's good. That's good. 19.
Okay. You do manage to move across. As you take your turn, you update some of the movements. Okay, go ahead.
Hey. Oh. I got a Skynet behind me, and I got two over there. So then I want to try to. I want to try to go up to here, and then I want to try walking along this way, like using the dead shrubs as like a bit of cover.
Okay.
Even though I'm invisible. I want to get to this point first.
Okay.
Oh. And then I want to try to get a little bit further.
Okay.
Try to use the shrubs to sneak around.
All right, hold on. Phase changing. Go ahead.
Bit of a rock. I'm gonna try walking across this way.
Roll a stealth check.
It's a nat 20. Let's
Ooh.
go. Let's go. Yes. Oh wait, that's the same one. Never mind. I'm gonna try slowly sneaking across the rocks. And then kind of like through this little shrubbery.
Okay. Pause. Okay. Proceed.
Okay, those two scrying eyes are not moving. I'm gonna try going this way, down here between the rocks. Shrubbery. That scrying eye that's at the end, as if it's facing away from me. Right?
It will be facing that direction right now.
Okay. Oh, and there's another one. I'm gonna kind of try to go straight across.
All right, pause. As you step right here, you notice that A glyph appears under your feet.
Oh no.
And as it does,
Is this lightning?
you don't hear anything, but you notice an eye stare directly at you. You hear the sound again.
Shit. Well, I want to try something a bit creative. Can I move?
Yeah.
I want to try getting.
I'm gonna do this
here.
actually, real quick.
Oh. Do we need the roll initiative as well, or?
No.
Okay.
You're not involved in
No.
this.
It's
Sorry.
moved it so they can move turn by turn.
All right,
okay.
so go ahead. You are in initiative mode. You will obviously move your, as though you are in
Move
combat.
it. Yep, yep. So we'll move in here. Try to take a. Where am I going? Oh, that's not where I wanted to be. Like in the shrubbery a bit.
You are in the shrubbery.
Want to see if I can't try doing a little bit of a hiding action in the shrubbery to try to get them off my back. Well,
Roll.
'cause one-
Roll a stealth check.
and because I'm invisible and I'm like trying to hide my physical presence, that would be double. I mean, advantage because I'm
Yes,
invisible.
in this case, because you're not moving, this would be with advantage.
Oh, thank God. That would have been bad. 23.
Okay. Crying orb. What? Why am I not getting? Why am I not getting movement? Supposed to give me calendar. Whatever. Really? Why is this doing this?
Do you have it on?
Should. I never
It'll
turned it
be
off.
it'll be orange. It'll be lit orange. Under the M menu.
Yeah.
Just do a line and then go from there at this
What the
point.
shit?
Berg's breaking.
Slowly having breakdown.
Yeah. Mm.
Give me a sec.
I promise I don't do a lot of things by myself, guys. I promise.
You're good, man. You're good.
No, you're fine. We were doing the distraction bit.
I
You
know.
in now. Go have fun.
I will say while we're locked on Lok'neda, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, you guys can go take a break. I will be here having fun.
Nah, I'm gonna sit here, eat chicken, and watch you suffer.
Thank you for being a friend. What?
Trying to find the stat block for Scrying Eye.
Oh,
You're gonna fight him. Oh,
yeah, yeah. I guess so. But I'm not actually gonna fight. I'm just trying to be a stealthy boy. I promise my rogues are a lot better than this. I'm not doing too bad for a warlock, though, to be honest with you.
You do play a pretty good rogue, though.
Dude, my rogues, I've been playing rogues so much in D&D. I basically got it down to a science, exactly what I need to do for
Oh, excuse me.
everything. No, you're good.
Well, I'll just use this one because I can't find. So I do not agree with these stats at all.
Oh, are you using the D&D Beyond ones?
Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate 3 ones.
Oh, shit.
Because I can't actually find a real stat block for it. I know they exist, like, it's how fucking wizards and shit, like, doesn't
Have you
make any
tried the
sense.
Wikidot?
I have tried everything. That doesn't make any sense. They're a literal fucking eyeball. Why would they have negative perception?
Ooh. Okay.
What was your total score?
It was
Yourself?
a 23.
Okay. From what I'm reading, it should actually go off of that block of the person who's summoned. Ergo,
Oh, fuck.
Baron.
The Baron.
it sees you. It's staring directly at you, and you hear the sound.
Oh, shit. My invisibility is gonna go away if I attack.
You're starting to hear barking.
Barking? Like dogs barking?
Yes.
Interesting.
Ah, god damn it. Okay. I know. Hold on.
You can just book it.
I know. I'm think. That'd
I'm gonna
probably
tell
be
you
a
right here, I'm
new.
gonna let you sneak through these areas, but at the same token, like, you're not meant to be here
Yeah.
yet. You are getting a good sense of some of the security of the area, though. So that's a
I
good thing.
know. I kind of want to. I kind of because I have a bunch of tools that I could use right now
There
to
sounds
stay here
like there's
longer.
a lot of dogs coming your way. They sound particularly hungry.
Okay. Now, give me give me a moment here. So I'm right here. All right, I'm gonna dimension door, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
And
You're
it's
just
500
mentioning
feet
door.
to the,
You're just mentioning door behind the tavern, then.
basically behind the tavern. Yes,
Okay.
because
Shoot. Successfully dimension door without any problems. You do hear the barking in the distance as you have
God damn it, it's
teleported
gonna be a
away.
lot harder. God damn it, it's gonna be a lot harder than I thought. Well, I best report back to the others. And I'm basically gonna like go into the tavern and wait for him to come back over.
Okay. And they probably actually would be arriving before you slightly. You would probably like walk into the tavern looking like, oh fuck. Like you just seen some shit. As they're walking into as like Lok'neda walks into the tavern basically looking like he's seen some shit as you guys have like just sat down at a table.
Well,
Where did Marcus go?
he's
I
still
thought I was
back
following
there.
them. I
Don't worry.
wasn't focused on them leaving. Sorry. I said I was staying with them, so wherever they went, I went. I'm getting my
Where
own
did
food. That's what I'm doing.
So, how did it go?
This is gonna be. Let's just say it was a hell of a time.
Lovely.
Not in a good way.
We have our own information.
We do?
You first.
Wait.
Not here. It's too
He's sitting
crowded.
there like what information do I have?
I don't think we really got any information besides history about the
Everybody, I
place.
think I got the most information.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Like, what information are you expecting?
Not here. I just whisper. Well, I say it in a hushed tone, just enough for you guys to hear.
So we could go in our room. Because we have 2 rooms, don't we?
Yeah, we got 2 rooms.
Let's go to the room then.
Okay. You guys don't have to move the characters there.
Okay.
It'd be kind of
I heard
Just
clunk my way up.
rooms sometimes can be a little bit
Funky.
yeah.
Especially with bigger models.
Yeah.
Luckily, mine's small.
Sure.
Aw.
Take that, Stinky.
I got up here anyway. Your distinct one.
Okay.
You guys
Regardless-
are in the room.
So invisibility won't work while we're in there. Because the Scry Knights were able to see me through my invisibility.
Okay. Oh, I know I can't go invisible, so that's no worry to me.
You're not exactly... I don't think you'd be exactly the quietest either.
I'm not. I'm not meant to be. I really don't try to be. You know, you can ask Sigurd. Usually I kind of just run in and make a distraction. But, you know, doesn't always work out.
Information
Well-
about the guards at the front gate. They're extremely trigger happy. A lot of them actually untensed by us talking, except for the captain who seemed very irritated very quickly by even just the minor of grievance.
Trust me, I heard some of it.
Oh, well.
I tested the waters. I tried to see what the actual charm was behind all of that, and I found mostly that maybe without the captain there, the rest of the guards would be easy.
We don't need to kill them, do we?
Never said anything about kill exactly.
No, we just need to
we-
merely make
With
them
those
unconscious.
eyeballs looking around, though, if we're not invited in, that can be problematic.
Yeah, so... And then going in and fighting our way in isn't going to be any better.
Well,
My name's on the list, though.
But we could stick around if we really wanted to. But we'd have to be extremely vigilant and plan every movement to even get anywhere close to the door. All I know is that this Scry Knight sees you. So far, only one of two things happens that we know of. You get struck by lightning, or a bunch of dogs get sent after you.
Release the hounds.
Yes, basically.
I wonder what kind of hounds.
why does that matter, Sigurd?
It's on their taste.
Well, regardless, we need to come up with a plan. We need to find a way to get in there without. We need to find a way to be allowed in, or for some of us to sneak in.
Well, I can try to sneak in. I don't know if it'll go well, but I can.
Well, honestly, you two are probably the best chances of getting to see the Baron and getting permission in. Everybody already knows who you guys are in this area.
We were
So, like,
treated
should-
as outsiders. They put us on a very, very, in quote, long waiting list.
Yes, it
Well,
was.
maybe there's a way to get moved up the waiting list.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
they didn't. The guards never said they knew who we were, so maybe they don't know our reputation.
That's why I gave them the call name instead of my own. Because they would know us better as our call names if they knew.
And then me and Marcus obviously can't say anything. We can't reveal ourselves.
In the deep dark of the corner, there is a figure standing there, and you see two yellow eyes.
I immediately pull out my revolver and point it at the figure.
Now, you know that.
Not even
Markus and Lok'neda.
hesitant.
You recognize Argrius's voice.
You never know. One day it will, as he puts it back.
Doubtful. There was other things that you needed to do here. besides the Baron's house. There's a couple ways that you could do it. I hear what you're saying so far. But you could consider getting help as well. Remember that many of the townsfolk here are oppressed by the Baron.
That was my next suggestion. We use the people to help us make our way in.
There was one other
One way
thing,
or
if you
another.
recall, that I mentioned for you to do.
We haven't gotten to that stage yet. We just wanted to check out the manor first.
Just a thought. Not to
And
be too much of a nudge.
I hear what you're saying, and I respect it. I was gonna get around to it. Just tonight, I wanted to check out the manor while it was still night out.
And don't forget what I asked as well, Marcus. Carry on, then. And he disappears in a puff of smoke.
Is that normal? I'll have to look back at my notes about what he asked me to do. Oh yeah, reinstate the search.
There was another thing.
Um,
That was part of. There's a particular woman.
We gotta find the grieving woman who lost her child,
that's
and
right.
then perform the ritual.
That's right.
See, I know my shit. I was gonna get around to that too.
We
Um,
could, if we're gonna rally the villagers, I could go talk to the blacksmith about securing weapons for them.
Well, we're trying not to raise our suspicion here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you're talking in character or not. Sorry.
No, I'm not talking in character. Sorry.
Yeah. So I say.
Because they already know I'm expecting to go to the blacksmith since I've been asking about the guards.
Yeah.
I was asking them about
Yes.
it. So.
But but they may have somebody watching when you're at the blacksmith, watching the blacksmith shop just in case. Well, because you mentioned something. Too.
You need to be more tactical about it.
Yes. Sorry, my throat's starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm not doing the voice.
You're good. Well.
So this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. Marcus, if you want to go out now and find the grieving woman, we can, or we could wait till the morning. Marcus?
Yeah, let's wait until morning.
Okay. Then you can go do that. Well, you know what? I'll go with.
Do you want me to
Do
go?
we all want to go?
I mean,
we. I just feel like we could get more. It's always because we're not actually gonna do anything. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I want to say half, like 2 people go to the blacksmith, and figure something out without raising suspicion, and then the other 2 go to go find the grieving woman. But I don't know. It's whatever we all decide.
What if we do this? Sigurd
But what
and Marcus could go to the grieving woman, and then you and me, Lok'neda, can go to the blacksmith.
Yeah, that's That's what I was thinking. I just want everybody's input though. And there's still another thing that we need to do during the day, but this is just in the morning after we get up
Mhm.
again.
Performing the rites for the grieving woman shouldn't take too long.
No,
we could always
neither will
move
be
to
at
the
the
next-
blacksmith. Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. You got a point there.
Will any of these will the shop even be open this late?
No, in the morning.
Yeah.
No.
We're planning for today. Berg, correct me if I'm wrong, but we needed to go to the graveyard to look for the infinity symbol, right?
I just said that there was an infinity symbol somewhere.
Okay, we also need to look for an infinity symbol.
It's on
They
the
feel
shed
like-
door of the graveyard. Got it.
I swear to God, if we go to this, if it's on the shed door of the graveyard, I'm gonna flip my shit. Oh, we gotta do that. Don't me.
I said teehee.
Oh my God. All right, Marcus Jr.
Come on, you fucking knew that
Anyways.
was. Come on, you guys fucking knew that was coming.
Yes.
See,
Yes. So, do we want to? Okay? Okay? Firefist. Do you think we should? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go character's name. Giba. Do you think we should split up? Yes or no?
Yes.
Marcus. Do you think we should split up?
Sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Sigurd.
It's tactical to do so.
All right. Then me and Giba will go to the blacksmith while you two find the grieving woman. And then do we want to meet by I feel like the affinity symbol could be at the graveyard. But it could also be literally anywhere. But knowing Berg, it's at the graveyard.
Whatever do you mean?
Trust me, I know. You didn't
As
make
soon
that
as-
model for nothing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I do. Anyways, do we want to meet back up here and then we can decide where to go next? Or do we just want to meet in the middle of town?
Probably here. That way we can
Probably back
yeah.
here.
tell each
Yeah,
other
let's meet
any
back here.
information.
Back here, yes.
So you guys are waiting until the morning then to continue anything?
We're gonna wait until the morning, and I guess we're gonna kind of rest up a little bit more, because we don't want to, because I don't want to go through the day all like groggy and get exhausted.
Yeah.
And then I know
guys-
Marcus wants another 4 hours.
You guys
Yeah.
rest until the morning.
Sweet. There's
What-
another point off exhaustion off. I'm at 3.
Let's go.
That'll be a long
I'm-
rest, right?
Yes, that will be a long rest.
Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter for me. I get my one spell slot back.
it
And I didn't use
My
any,
one-
so I'm good.
My
saved
one
your
of
ass, I'll
two.
tell you that much.
I'm sure it did. I'm not doubting it. So, anyways, continue.
Yeah.
So, which half wants to go first?
Let them go first.
All right.
Give
You two are going to the blacksmith.
Oh, yep. Blacksmith group. All right. All right, Giba, let's see what you're made of, buddy.
Let's do
Let
this. Okay.
Okay.
The blacksmith is this building right here.
Ah. Gotcha. Where am I?
On the bottom floor.
I cannot see myself. There I am.
Oops.
Look for the sword and shield. Oh, right here. Right in front of the door.
Oh, I put myself in this building. Hold on.
There's an elf that, as you enter, kind of gives a haughty look, and then
Can't keep myself down. Oh, there
no,
we
it's
go.
fine.
Oh,
Okay.
As you guys enter, the elf basically gives a haughty look and leaves.
Somebody woke up wrong.
Hmm.
Regardless, let's go.
And inside, you see a human standing at the counter,
I close the door
wearing a
behind me.
blacksmith's apron and has like a bunch of tools strung to his belt.
Alright.
A tattoo is on his upper arm that appears
What-
as a flame.
A flame for Volcanus, or
Yes.
okay.
You recognize it as basically a symbol that that shows someone is a follower of Volcanus.
Okay.
What can I get you?
I was
Something I can interest you in?
wondering what kind of materials you might have.
Used to be able to forge with many things, but money's tight in these areas now. Trade is washed up, then rerouted through different areas. Baron takes any profits that come from these areas, so I haven't had the money to really afford more exotic materials. Worked with a number of them in my past too.
Oh,
Now, mostly steel, iron, the works. Once in a while, something made of copper, bronze.
well, let me ask you, is there any information you can give us on the Baron?
He's a right well prick. Came into this town like a shadow. I don't mean literally. I mean horses drawn in carriage. Fancy fat fanfare. Made it sound like he was some grand savior. Was going to rescue us from the scaly that ran our town. Except what he didn't realize is that Scaly actually did a fucking good job. He came in and he just started taxing everything. Taking all the profits that came within the town. Now, most of the town can't even rub two copper together.
It's a shame.
Huh?
I noticed your tattoo there.
I know who you are.
That's,
For the Forge Fist. Pleasure to meet his champion. And an honor.
the pleasure's all mine.
He's blessed many of my pieces in the past, and I owe nothing but admiration.
Well, let me get straight to the point here.
Before you do anything, I just like tell you like 1 second, and I kind of want to look around to make sure there's
There's
by
no
like
one
looking at the
listening
windows.
in.
Yeah,
He sees you looking around, don't worry. Area secure. The only one in here was that elf. And he certainly ain't loyal to the Baron either, that's for damn sure.
I hope not, because then this will make it a hell of a lot harder for.
You're here trying to stir up some trouble. I recognize the look on your face. Someone don't walk in here with two glowing fists, looking for handshakes and peace.
Wow, you put yourself for quite a reputation there, buddy.
I did what I could. Making sure the world knows there's still hope out there.
Even if it wasn't the iron or the forged fist, I thought the same thing if I saw someone walking in with weapons like that. You're here to stir something up.
There we are.
I can tell you it's not going to be easy. You
Oh,
gotta be
never
very
is.
careful. You gotta be very careful. Even if we do successfully take out the Baron, you have the full might of Kamika's coming down. There's a reason that they're trying to keep this town the way it is, and I don't know what that reason is. They've got an interest here, and it's more than just draining us of all of our money.
Hmm.
Damn trade lords.
Hmm. Damn the 3 guilds in general. Fuck 'em all.
Well, we'd like to take care of the Baron if we can.
I'll help where I can, but I'll tell you, like I said, it's not going to be easy when you're dealing with basically starting a revolution. Ain't got the men here. Not enough fighting people. Too many people are hungry. Not in the health that they were. The guards, they all come from Kamikis, and they all look like they've seen them, had the soul sucked out of them, something of that nature. Callous,
What do you do?
cold. There's no life in them. Anything that's left in this town, you got the shade stalkers that come through here occasionally. But they're not looking to get into political stuff. They're looking to hunt monsters.
Well, all the information you have is much
Like, that's
appreciated.
most of what I got. I'm alone. Kind of went into my retirement here. Didn't really look around beyond that. Kind of lost contact with most of the outer world, beyond what comes through these walls, which ain't that much anymore.
Well, don't lose hope.
Well, the world's in a
Never.
pretty shitty place. So you're honestly better off being here.
It is.
Yeah. Ironically.
And it always. Why there's heroes and champions who go around and knock it out. Don't worry about me. My flame of hope will never die. Not till the day I die.
That's good. Have to make sure any followers of the Forge Father still keeping hope.
Of course I do. I'd turn in my hammer otherwise. Wouldn't be worthy of it anymore.
Although I have one other question for you. Bit off topic, but is there anywhere you know that I can get some adamantine?
Adamantine?
Yeah.
It's quite a rare metal indeed. Mostly came from worlds colliding, realms, meteors. The best bet most likely be anywhere where there's a seam between the realms. But that brings you pretty close to the Titans. Dangerous. Sure. Well, Hanukkah volcano, probably not your best bet, considering the entire thing's basically plotted off as being sacred. It piss off way too many people trying to mine there. Best bet is probably up in the north.
Noted.
I'll warn you though, you gotta go through some pretty fucking terrible weather to get there. Anywhere that there'd be any deposits worth mining.
Well,
My bones are too old for that now. You can go up the normal way, or you can be one of the crazy ass fuckers who decide to do the Trial of Frost. If you like skivvies and no food or anything of that nature, and bearing down on you the cold winter of Cold Armazu itself.
well, I appreciate the information. We'd like to, if we can, try to rally the people and arm them so that they can protect themselves.
I'm not going to be the one to start a revolution here. I have weapons, though. But I'm telling you now, people here are weaker. Been too long without food, too long without proper rest. Beady-eyed, torn apart. I don't know where the mayor's gotten to. But, you managed to find him. Not dead. Barrel's too fucking crafty for that. You find Barrel, probably find whatever is left of the revolution. I had no idea where he went, though. But he's smart. He got the fuck long way out of here. Probably headed back to Dead End. He wasn't that kind of smart, though. Knowing him, he did try and rally something. He's got something planned.
Is there any chance he'll come back?
When he does, it'd be with a few men. Doubt it'd be enough there. Baron's got a lot more resources than he looks like. Run down as that man it looks like. A lot of secrets in there. If you can even get in.
Well, that's all I can think of. Lok'neda, you have anything you want to add?
I've got an idea, but I'd like to spare the blacksmith from the information in case somebody comes in here asking.
I'd prefer that. You'll come up with a plan. Wait to key me into it. Just know that I'm in. I'll help where I can. Supply what I can. It ain't much, but it'll do. Just try and make it not a suicide mission. I'd like to live the rest of my years out.
Yeah.
For us, every mission's a suicide mission.
Well, that's why you're champions and I'm a blacksmith. I repair your armor, not fighting it.
Yeah, if I had any armor to repair, and he just points at his shell.
Well, I can't help with that one, but you got a couple bracers and stuff. A couple other sidearms, I'm sure. You need anything, I'm here.
Alright.
Same goes for you, though. You don't look like the type to wear much armor.
If you can make bullets, I'll pay for it. But if you can't, then
Afraid that's not really my specialty.
yeah, I figured as much.
That's getting more into the goblin territory of stuff that they do. Always thought to learn it, but not really my thing. More into armor, shields, that kind of nature. It's a lot simpler.
Yeah. Oh well.
Bullets is how you lose fingers. They mess with that powder. Black as soot. Test it with Volcanus and it blows. Like a door right off the hinges.
Can't be too hot while you're working on it. That's the problem.
That's why I'm not that great at that kind of stuff. I prefer my forges hot.
Well then, I think that's everything.
I guess we best get
You know where to find. You know where to find me if you need me.
Alright.
As I said, anything I can do to help. I have my axe and whatever other weapons you can find in here. Just not yet. You know, don't want to make it look suspicious.
Yes.
Exactly. Alright, we should get out of here before I don't want to spend too much time in here.
Alright.
Very well, travelers. Hope to see you soon.
Unless you need something. Giva.
Moment.
I don't. Not currently.
Then we shall be seeing you. And remember, we came in for bullets, and you don't supply that.
Afraid not. Rush out.
Damn, unfortunate.
Waving all 10 fingers.
Alright.
So that was what you guys were looking to do, right? The other two were going up to the graveyard?
No, they were going to find the grieving. Well, if the grieving woman's there.
Yeah, she's at the graveyard.
Okay.
So I guess we just wait back at the tavern.
Yeah, we're just gonna head back to the tavern and wait, because they're gonna be doing their thing while we do ours.
Graveyard.
It is up the hill to your left. To the north.
That's not what I
Up this way.
Yeah, no, I was getting there. I just because I had something popped up. My compass wasn't there. Okay.
Lost.
Straight north.
Straight what? Straight north?
Straight north. Of the tavern. That giant building on the hill is the church, and the graveyard.
Huh? I'm not far enough. Hang on. I'm here.
As you're walking past, you see the gravekeeper basically pull out an old rusty set of keys. Begins basically flipping through them.
I heard that
Oh,
someone lost their child recently.
Yeah.
I've come
There's
to
an old-
offer.
There's a lady in the back in the grave. Been there all week. She hardly gets a wink of sleep. Feel bad for her. Lost her child in the war. Shadow beasts came down, attacked the town. Her son was valiant, defended it, but he's flesh, mortal the same as any of us. And now he's dead. Our legacy. I feel bad putting it around.
What Titan does this church worship?
Well, I'm not so sure anymore. Years ago, back with my grandfather, used to serve Agrius. From there, the church fell into disrepair. Though there was the not sure what it was. It looks like you, except smaller and has a more yappy voice. Much smaller. Well, whatever it was, ran the town pretty good. Actually, refurbished a lot of his church. Till the Baron came. He was running the church as a church of the cycle. Mostly Alevandria. Though there was those who still worshipped Agrius.
Well, I am a cleric of the cycle. I would like to see this church rebuilt.
Well, that's out of my jurisdiction. I'm just a gravekeeper around here. Nothing to do with that, lad.
Well, I will speak with the Baron about reopening the church later. For now, there's a mother who needs comfort.
He laughs. Good luck with that one. Baron listens to only himself and Hamako. Don't give a flying shite about nobody else. No fucking ballsack.
But take care. I'm gonna go speak with the woman in the back. By the
Take
way,
care of yourself.
I drive.
He's like in the
Symbol of a-
process of he's placing a key in the keyhole.
I traced the symbol, the infinity symbol, into the dirt. Have you seen this symbol anywhere around?
He stops and just looks at you for a very long time. Squint, his eyes squint. Who's asking?
I am. My friend said he'd meet me here in this town, and that he'd look for this symbol. They'd know where to find him. I offer
Yeah.
3 gold coins. Maybe this will help.
You're trying to bribe me.
I think that if the way you reacted, this information can be dangerous. So I'm just trying to make sure that I make it
Anciently
worth your time.
dangerous.
Huh?
Anciently dangerous, and if you think 3 gold is gonna buy me on that one, you're out of your
Ain't-
damn mind.
Anciently dangerous. What did my friend get into?
Ain't what he got into. You said you're a cleric of the cycle. Let me see
Yes.
your arm.
Did you say he wants to see my arm?
Yes,
Yeah, I show my arm.
thought so. Felt it radiating off of you.
It's what?
You're not a cleric of the cycle. You're a cleric of Agrius. That's the truth. That's what you should have led with.
Well,
Best
uh,
to be honest.
unfortunately, Argus is a little looked down on right now. I've been attacked just for mentioning that I serve him.
But you came to somebody with an infinity symbol, and that changes things.
He
Changes
directed,
everything.
Argus directed me to find it.
Of course he did. He knows what's going on. You bring the rest of your friends back here after you're done comforting.
Understood. Thank you for your time. And keep the 3 gold as thanks.
No need.
Well,
Keep your money. He opens the door and like slides in a way that you can't see past him.
I wasn't trying to. Everybody deserves their. So I'm gonna go around the back.
But as you do look, there is indeed an infinity symbol on the doorknob.
He. Right. We.
I will just pull you to the back with her. Oh. Oop, where'd you go?
I disappeared.
And as you approach, you see a woman basically staring at a grave. On the gravestone, it indicates, as you do the math, that her son was a mere young age of 16 when he was slain.
Hello, ma'am.
I sent more. Nothing you can say is gonna bring me comfort.
No, but we should release his soul to be reborn into the cycle.
Release his soul.
He
You
fought
talk
bravely.
madness.
It is a duty, clerics alike, to protect the cycle. You die,
Yeah.
you go to the pool, then you're reborn. That's the way of the world.
Reborn. New body. Just the same as any of us.
I heard you died a
Same.
hero.
Does that matter to a grieving mother whether he died a hero or not? He's not in my arms anymore. I'll never hear his laughter again. Whether he died defending the town or not.
There's always a chance to see him again. In the eternal dream, you could come across him. But only if we release his soul to the dream.
Do as you will, cleric. It's not to me.
I'm going to put 2
Just
copper coins on his eyes, and I'll draw my dagger and cut myself and put 3 drops of blood in a circle. And then I'll say a prayer for his soul. And I don't know exactly how gathering soul works, since obviously supposed to be gathering right now until we can send him to the dream. But Thran would know, right?
Thran doesn't respond or anything of that nature.
Argus, you asked me to come take this soul to the dream.
Of course, not possible at the moment. But do
Huh?
as you must. Complete the ritual.
How do I protect the soul until we get the dream opened again?
I will handle that. Complete the ritual.
Am I forgetting something? It was the 2 copper coins on the eyes, the 3 dots.
Just a ceremony, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So, I said a prayer for the soul, so that was the whole ceremony.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
As
What about your husband? Is he still around?
no. Left many years ago. Left us behind. Went off to Kamikis. Said he'd find a better life there. One where he could make gold or 2.
Well, it must be hard making a living as a widow or as a sole provider of the family.
Mm.
Is there anything I can do to help with that?
Not any longer, I suppose. I lost everything.
I know it's not exactly consolation for what you've lost, but take this money and build your son a memorial plaque at your home so you keep a little piece of him with you.
I don't want your money, hero.
Least I could do. A mother should be taken care of by her son in her old age. You no
If
longer
you
have that
want-
opportunity.
If you want to help me, whatever creates those beasts, be it Ogrius, or whatever, I want it dead, destroyed. His name.
Zithro is the one creating those beasts.
I know not the name, nor does it matter. But it matters to you.
He was predecessor
him.
of Argus. He's evil.
A feather drops.
I pick it up.
Well, give me a sec. Multiple feathers are dropping at this point. And at some point, a cloaked figure approaches. You fear that Argrius was the one who maybe created these shadow beasts, are you?
No. Why would
He kind of like is waving for you to. He was talking to the woman.
Oh.
He betrayed us 60 years ago, did he not? 65. That's what the rumors said, isn't it? And yet, people still perform the ritual blind, not really knowing what it's for anymore. Tell me, what was your fondest memory of your son? We was fishing, took him up to meet family near the Amber Coast. He was telling me of all the great things he was going to do when he grew up. He'd seen the tapestry that Camilla had painted, or they stole that and took it to Kamikis. The legendary heroes of old. Said he wanted to be one of them, like them. Fight for the world and bring a bit of light and hope back into it. And I think that's exactly what he did, is it not? Figure has drawn basically a long staff at this point with a lantern on the end of it. He holds it over the chest of the boy, and a fire enters into the lantern. The woman looks up in shock and surprise. I shall take good care of him. Fear not in that. And he holds a hand basically to her head. And you notice where his you for the first time can actually see some of beneath the cloak, and you see his crimson feathers and whatnot. They turn purple. Rest well. And be at peace. The night is not your enemy. So too shall he rest eternally within the eternal dream. And I shall be his shepherd to reach there. When your time comes as well, so too shall I hold you there, hand in hand. And with that, he fades away in feathers. There is a sense of comfort over her. I don't know who you are, cleric, but that was illusion or not. Thank you.
It is our duty to protect the cycle. Right now it's broken, so we must help Argus where we can and find a way to help the dream.
I will remember
Argus is
that.
in trouble.
You can tell that she doesn't really know all the Titans that well. She's kind of giving you that look like, who?
The Titan of the Forest and Keeper of the Dream.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you, champion.
Thank you. Peace be with you.
Oh, I've just realized that I've been very bearing right behind. I've just been standing there quiet the whole time. Just, I could only imagine how intimidating that was.
Basically, just the bodyguard sitting there like, yes. So if you guys are done there, I don't know if you're gonna say anything more or if you're leaving.
If you need anything, feel free to call for us. We'll be in town for a while.
Will do. Us.
I'll go back to the tavern unless you have something to do, Sigurd.
Sigurd is literally only going to just finally speak and be like, "Good job."
Good job.
You done good. You guys are basically just going to go see the gravekeeper at this point, right?
I apologize for the skinny turtle. Make me enthusiastic.
Is that the consensus?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay. I'm just
Go
gonna
get the
go ahead
others.
and
Grab
skip
them.
ahead a little bit. Nope, I got you. Drop.
I'm
I got you.
touching
Somebody did, and I lost. Got it. Alright, as you all approach, you do see the door with the infinity symbol on it.
I told you I'd find it. I'm good at finding things because I'm smart.
Very tactical.
Only with that circlet.
Well, what did you find?
Well, I
Information.
came up with an idea. I know how we could get extra help for when we had to go after the Baron.
We shouldn't speak about that out in the open. I knocked on the
Exactly.
door. Gravekeeper, are you here?
You see a little slide open up. Two eyes
I've-
look out at you.
I brought my
You hear
minions as you asked.
The door, the slide closes, and you hear like 3 different locks being like unchained. He opens the door, and as he does, he drops the cloak that he had been wearing.
God damn.
Oh my.
That's a beefcake.
That's more than a beefcake. That's a man.
I've been waiting for you all. About time you showed up. You're missing the one that I needed to put in place, though. The one who kept trying to break in here without asking to enter first. No, not him, but his grandfather. And all the way back down to that damned fox. His name, Karama, that's what they called it.
I gotta just look towards Marcus. Like, what should we say?
As you started speaking, he's looked at you. He offers you a short bow, Lok'neda. Oh. So you're the current keeper, are you?
The one and only.
We have much to discuss. Time for us to put ourselves back in action, so to speak. Order of Calphenix needs to re-establish itself, make itself present. Time to get these fuckers out of the city, too. Come along, I've got much to discuss with you.
Are
we
And
go.
as you all enter, there is a trapdoor which he opens, leading down a staircase. And that is where
Goofy
we are
noises.
going to end.
Yahoo!
And that is where we are going to end today's session.
Oh, thank God. I really wanted to see a fight happen. Aw.
I'm a little bit sad, but like nobody fucking like tried to like fuck with this dude. So it was like that joke just unfortunately got kind of lost.
You should have just been like, all right, well, if he's not here, he just point to somebody random. You.
Do you know how hard it was for me to not the entire time seeing him laughing?
So you're all aware, that was exactly what was going to happen with Eric when he tried to break into that door. Is that guy was basically going to come up behind him as the frail man. Eric was probably going to punch him or kick him again. He was not going to budge at all. It was going to basically be like kicking or punching a steel wall.
Oh, it was gonna
And
be
then there
so
was just
funny.
going to be the as he basically pulls the cloak off. And by the way, this is a Path of the Giant Barbarian.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Oh.
And he was basically just going to grow to like twice his size there, and also just ripped with the muscles and stuff like that. And
You're gonna see a
Um,
fight happen. It's gonna be great.
and yeah, there was going to basically be a fight. He was never going to kill Eric, but
just
de-
literally just beat the shit out of him.
Not gonna
depending on
kill-
how bad Eric like irritated him, he was basically going to take him and bury him up to his neck and just plant him, so to speak.
Oh,
That's fantastic.
That would have been lovely.
Like, now that he's not resisting anymore, now the adults can talk.
so sad.
Oh well. But I'll give the spoiler. He will be an available mercenary eventually.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
I knew
let's
it.
go.
I knew it. Now we just need to figure out who he really is first.
You know, I have a theory.
I
Who he
think
really
so.
is?
Maybe I'm probably wrong, but I mean,
I'm curious to hear.
what if he's the
Oh,
mayor? What if
God.
he's the mayor of the village? I mean,
He's
Barrel? No.
no.
No, he's not the.
He's definitely
no.
not Barrel.
Damn.
Barrel is a kobold.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, Beryl is a kobold that is a child of a character I previously played and somebody else.
So this town, like I said, was called Straw Mill.
Mm-hmm.
And then Five Fingers sold a magic item to one of the party members.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Yeah.
Said magic item was called the Bag of Hold Ding.
Dean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding,
Bag
ding.
of Hold Ding. But I would say it very fast. I was like, it's a bag of holding. Like, why are you saying it that way, Berg? What is it? Is it just a bag of holding? Like, it's a bag of holding. But they end up buying it. And they placed an item in it. And said item became a bell. And
And,
rather than being like, oh god, you got us, Berg, ha 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 ha. Their immediate reaction was, what? So we could put anything in the bag and it will become a bell. Anything.
And Yeah, my character Trigger started collecting rocks and putting them into their
Every
towing out
single
the
rock
bell.
and stick and loose item that was not connected or nailed down or glued down to something.
I'm literally one of the reasons why there's all the bells in Belgium.
You
Well, the
are
other-
the sole reason.
No, not soul, not soul.
And not solely. There was others who were doing it too.
Yes, specifically Ziggy, who was
Yeah,
literally tying bells to everything.
my character was
Oh.
trying to be strategic about it and set traps with the
She was
bells.
having fun though. She was just like, "Can I tie a bell to it?" Yes.
And then Silence was also tying bells to things too.
Yes. So what ended up being the result is the only one who wasn't tying bells to things was Marcus. Actually,
Yep.
Marcus and Eric. But Eric was busy trying to fuck around with other shit.
Well, I was
Like
Like the
threatened
Great
that one.
Keeper.
So before long, there was just bells everywhere. Everywhere. And I was running a false Hydra campaign as that one shot. I don't know if you know what a false Hydra is.
I think I do, but I don't remember at the same time.
Oh, I should have ran a false Hydra thing and fucked with him then. Oh well. Anyway,
I know I've heard of a false Hydra, I just don't remember.
I
what it
kind
is.
of don't want to ruin it for him now, but I'm going to anyway through this campaign, so kind of a
No,
suck situation.
you can't do that to him.
No.
Do it to me. Go
Honestly,
on.
Yeah, it happened to
No,
me,
no, no.
so go for it. Go crazy.
It's gonna get ruined anyway because like it's gonna get mentioned.
Yeah, okay.
So a false Hydra
Mm-hmm.
is a aberration that manifests off of emotion, specifically greed and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And it begins its origin in a deep, dark sewer, continuing to feed off of the emotions and greed of a particular village or town, growing stronger and stronger until it's able to reach its head above surface.
Hmm.
At the point at which it does that, what it does is it begins to sing a song.
Mm-hmm.
And what this song does is it makes it to where you forget everything that you would have remembered from the course of the day.
Uh-huh.
It makes it to where you cannot perceive false Hydra in any way, shape, or form. If you see it, you simply your whole mind just basically blocks it out. Like this doesn't exist.
My bad. I'll go. You have a good night.
I gotta go
Alright.
too.
Good night.
Good
As
night.
it grows stronger and it begins to feast on people.
Mm-hmm.
And as it continues to feast, it gains more heads. And it's most vulnerable when it only has one head because it can't sing and eat at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But once it has multiple heads, it does both. It sings and it eats at the same time. So the party is presented essentially as they walk into a town and they're talking to guards and stuff like that. And they mention something. It's like, yeah, we got a contract here to come, deal with some situation going on. It seemed pretty frantic. People been going missing and, all this other stuff is happening. What's going on? And they're like, contract? We didn't send any contract. Everything's fine here. Like, oh, interesting. Well, it's signed by your mayor. What mayor? We don't have a mayor. You don't have a mayor? Who runs your town? And they'll just have a visible look of confusion. Because the false Hydra also makes it to where if somebody died, the song will make it to where they don't remember that person anymore at all. Their body will still react to it, but like for example, in a later scene, you'll have the innkeeper's daughter there, and the following morning the daughter's gone. And if you start asking, like, what happened to your daughter? They're like, I never had a daughter, but at the same token, they're crying profusely.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know why. Like, if you ask them, it's like, why are you crying? It's like, I'm not. I have no idea. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not crying. And the other added complication is your memory gets wiped every single day. So you got to start getting crafty and figuring things out, writing things down, or leaving marks or notes and stuff like that for yourself. Except you can't directly leave anything that directly describes the creature, because if you do, your mind can't perceive it.
Interesting.
I
can't remember where I feel like I've seen or talked about something like that.
At some point, basically the solution to it is this.
Mm-hmm.
You need to deafen yourself.
Okay. Because then you can't hear its song.
You can't hear its song. Once you are deafened, you're able to see the false Hydra.